While back in Arkansas, I wrote numerous articles on the plight of Palestinian refugees. Through my articles and lectures, I tried to show a human face to the Palestinian tragedy. In my family cabin located deep in the heart of the Ozark Mountains, I worked on my Arabic and made plans for my return to Palestine in May of 2001. Since I left Ramallah in August of 2000, war erupted between the Israelis and Palestinians. Uncertain about the future, I thought about my trip. I had no idea what to expect.
I told you they didn't come. Did I tell you?
Yeah. Is that the Israelis?
Yeah.
Jesus. I need to quit smoking.
Running through a field as Israeli bullets whizzed all around me, I began to understand what it means to be Palestinian. I had been photographing a demonstration at an Israeli checkpoint when the Israelis suddenly opened fire. In the exchange, my friend Tarek was shot in the back.
Get down from it. I can't breathe. Where are you shot? Where did they shoot you?
As I tried to carry Tarek to safety, the Israelis fired on me with live bullets.
Dude, you're gonna have to make a run for it. Think you can make that ambulance? That's my bullets, man.
I survived that day, but I was never the same. Witnessing such repression helped me understand how a peaceful people might explode in violence and rage. While living in Ramallah, I learned what life is like for Palestinians living under Israeli occupation. What I saw horrified me. Every day around Ramallah, I witnessed more violence and suffering. People were unable to move between villages and towns because of the checkpoints. Life became unbearable for the Palestinians. Each day at the checkpoints, I watched Palestinian youth armed only with rocks confront Israeli soldiers with M16s. And one afternoon, I saw 6 Palestinian teens shot for throwing stones at Israeli soldiers. During that demonstration, I watched a Palestinian teenager wave a flag. Seconds later, he was shot. The next day, I attended a funeral for 2 kids killed by Israeli soldiers. The crowds were raging. At the funeral, I met Marwan Barghouti, the leader of the Palestinian uprising. Wanted by the Israelis for his role in the uprising, Barghouti lived under constant threat of assassination. Barghouti agreed to an interview with me, and on July 31, 2001, I sat down and talked with the Fatah leader at his headquarters in Ramallah. In the interview, a defiant Barghouti told me why he was fighting.
They can defeat an army, the Israelis. They have the power, they have the ability to defeat any army in this region. But they cannot defeat the Intifada. Because if they want to defeat the Intifada, that means they have to destroy 4 million Palestinians in the occupied territory. And they cannot do that. They cannot break the will of the Palestinian people for their independence.
Marwan Barghouti told me the Palestinian Intifada wasn't about violence or terrorism, but about the right of Palestinians to live in freedom and security in a state of their own. After my interview with Barghouti, I decided to talk with the children of the conflict. When Israel relaxed the siege on Ramallah, I traveled to Bethlehem, the historic birthplace of Jesus. Less than a mile away from Manger Square, more than 10,000 Palestinians live in wretched conditions in the Dheisheh refugee camp. When you come to Dheisheh, the first thing you notice is a huge wall with barbed wire encircling the camp. The Israelis built the wall to punish the refugees for resisting the occupation. Inside the wall, more than 10,000 refugees live in miserable conditions. For up to a month at a time, the Israelis have closed the entrance to the camp and not let any food or supplies into the desperate people. More than 60% of the refugees in Dheisheh are under 16. Life with the children in Dahatia is very harsh. They quickly lose their childhoods and come to know the world through what they see on the streets: soldiers, tanks, and demonstrations. The lack of a just solution to the refugee situation evokes a feeling of hopelessness among the children. While in Dahatia, I sat down with several of the children. I asked them to describe what life was like living in a refugee camp.
أنظر حولي لا أرى سوى سجن مغلق. My name is Nidal Sharif Sharif. I'm 16 years old. When I look around, all I see is a well-closed prison. All that concerns us is how to get rid of the occupation. I would like to become a martyr, because it's a great honor to cut short this life if such people occupied it and this land is quenched by its people's blood.
Ismi Ahmed. My name is Ahmed Naif Ghattas. I'm a 13-year-old boy. I feel unhappy because there are no playgrounds here. I would love to become a martyr because martyrdom is a great thing. I would like to tell Americans to stop taking Israel's side and be fair with the Palestinians. My name is Ashraf Samih Abu Yabis. I'm 13 years old. Living inside a refugee camp makes me feel homeless because we do not have circumstances for a normal life. Life within the camp makes me sad, and it's painful because I'm away from my family's home and village. Ismi Mu'tasim Isa Al-Gharouz. My name is Mu'tasim Isa Al-Gharouz. I am 16 years old. I feel miserable because of what I see, and what makes it worse is when I compare myself with Israeli kids. Peace is a big, beautiful word, but we in Palestine have a different meaning of peace. Peace means selling Palestine.
The words of these children opened my eyes to a horrible injustice. These kids live a life beyond comprehension. Caged in like animals by Israeli soldiers and tanks, the children of Dahatia live in a world gone mad.